Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. Let me share my screen. So we're talking about a few modifications that mostly apply to lookup wizards. Usually it is based on questions we receive from our customers. So some of those questions quite tricky. So I will show you how to do stuff like this. So we're talking about add page. It's based on products table. And when we click add new, we have a lookup wizard here. So imagine a situation that our lookup wizard is based, it filters itself based on some session variable. So let me show you how it's implemented. Category ID based on categories table, link field category ID, display field category name. Okay, makes sense. And we use an SQL variable here that shows us only categories where category name is like this session variable, like this. So let me show you how it works. Session variable we populated initially. I just want to make sure that it doesn't break when it's application is first loaded. So session variable is by default, if it's empty, we assign the value of A, and it will only show variables, categories where there is an A letter in category name. And it makes sense. What we also do, we also have a field event assigned to the change of unit price field. And in that event, based on what we entered into unit price, we change this session variable as well. So let me show you the code, and I will explain what kind of problem we're facing here. So field name is unit price, and we have a fairly simple field event here tied to change event. So when the value of the field changes, we first of all we pass this current value to server event, and then in server event we check if we enter 5, the price is more than 5, session variable will have letter A. And if it's less than 5, session variable will have letter E. So it makes sense. I started writing some additional code, but it's not finished yet, so I will comment it out and I will explain what kind of problem we're facing here. So the problem is that our session variable, to make it work the way we expect it to work, session variable is being involved just once when the page is loaded initially. And what we want to do, we want, as soon as we change the unit price value, we want to update the list of categories as well. And right now it's not happening. And this is where our additional code will be applied. So let me show you how it works right now. And so you can get the idea. So this is our page. And I enter unit price that is more than 5, 10, and I reload the page so that session variable is applied, right? And you can see that it only lists categories that contain A. So in every category there is a letter A. And if I change it to something below 5, and reload the page again. You can see we see a different list of categories, which contains letter E. Every one of them contains letter E. So that's the idea. So yeah, it's an artificial example, but the idea is what we can do to sort of make this session variable change made in a field event like apply immediately. So there is no way just to reload as like no built-in functionality to reload a single edit control, and we have to do this manually. It's not extremely difficult to do, but yeah, it involves a few steps. So let me show what I've already implemented, and we will build on that. So the change needs to be applied to our field event, right? This is where we need to go to that field event, and let's see what's already here. So client before event, nothing changes. All we need to do is to pass the variable, the value of the current that was entered into unit price. What we need to do here, we need to retrieve a list of items based on the new category, based on new session variable. Right, so that's our SQL query without where clause. So let's add where clause. So it's basically going to be exactly the same query, category name, like. You can probably make it prettier if we use our parameter number 1. So we will use our standard db repair civil function that all of you are familiar with. And instead of first parameter, we're going to use our session variable, right here. We need to close the parentheses, and okay, so something like this. It's a little bit inconvenient to use it here, so we're probably going to switch to event editor. Okay, so let's go there. And this is our server event. So let's take a look at what we're doing here right now one more time. So we select a new list of categories based on updated session variable. So this is good. We will go through. So we create a new empty array, and data is also an array that contains two values. So we're talking about a two-dimensional array. It will have as many elements as the number of categories, and every element will have category ID and category name. So we will figure out how to use it properly. So, and this is what we do. We add a new element to our array, and at the end of the event, we will pass it to client after event. So in client after event, what we need to do, we need to, first of all, we need to figure out how to delete existing elements from category ID drop-down box. Then we need to add new elements. So it's pretty straightforward. In our client after event, right here. So, and second step, we need to see how we can add something. So we don't want to add this hard-coded value. We need to process our array. So This is our loop, and array is, so what's going to be the name of the array? It's data. So result data. I believe this is the correct syntax. And something like this. Now, do we need const? Okay, they do not recommend doing that. Okay, let's okay. So record is going to be our also an array. So this code goes inside the loop. We need to add as many elements as the number of our entries in that array. So, and the record is going to be category ID. And the value is going to be a record of category name. So loop through results and add them one by one to the drop-down box. So I hope this is what we're looking for. If syntax is correct, it's going to work right away. And if it's not, we will fix it. Let's reload the page. Okay, start with 10. Will that contain A here, right here. And if it's below 5, another list that contains E. So it seems to be working. Let me know, guys, if you have questions, and we will proceed to the next case.